Welcome everyone to Cultural Geography. I'm Dr. Cynthia Sorensen and I will be your instructor this semester. I wanted to take this time to introduce myself a little bit, tell you a little bit about my background and why I'm interested in cultural geography, and then I want to answer two foundational questions to geography in this class. The first is, what is geography, right? We need to know that. And then the second comes from that, what is cultural geography? So I want to give you those ideas in this introductory video. Okay, so a little bit about me. I got my PhD in geography at Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio. And I studied a number of things in my years as a graduate student. I did research in my master's on flooding in the Ecuadorian highlands, and I spent a couple months in Ecuador speaking Spanish, learning about the impact of flooding in this particular area of Ecuador. I then jumped over to Brazil, and I spent 9 months working in Brazil looking at fire hazard, burning of fields in the Amazon rainforest. And that was a fabulous experience. I learned Portuguese, I lived with local people, and I learned why they burn land in their farming practices. This was a great experience for me. So I did those two things as a graduate student, and my overall focus in graduate school was on Latin America and human environment issues. Now you may wonder, why am I teaching cultural geography? Well, if we're going to learn and understand any environmental issues, at least the ones that we can resolve, we're going to need to know about people. People are the people that impact our environment. And so culture, economic constraints, political constraints are all very important in understanding environmental issues. So that got me into cultural geography. Currently, I teach geography, I teach environmental science, and I teach earth science. But I am passionate about culture. I love to travel and meet people from different cultures, and I love to learn about why their differences are and how those differences evolved in different places. Okay, so probably most of you haven't thought about geography since 6th grade. Show of hands, right here. Maps, capitals, states, maybe rivers, maybe mountain ranges, geographic features. Well, geography is much more than just these features on the landscape. Certainly those are important, but it is a vast field. It's a complex discipline that involves both physical and human geography. But at its core are two concepts that are foundational, and I want to talk a little bit about those. The first is place. Place being the locations, the locales that bring meaning to our lives, from in which we live and derive our sustenance and derive our identities and our place, our belonging. So that's place. The second one is space. And space involves two ideas. One are the connections, the political, economic, physical, social connections that connect our places to other places in the world. And the second one is scale. Scale meaning the local processes, the regional processes, the national, the international, the global processes that affect us where we are in our places. So place and space. Now, it is our belief as geographers that these two ideas, place and space, are foundational to our understanding culture, understanding our cultural identities. And that's what we are going to study. That's beginning to answer that question, what is cultural geography? Okay, that's what we are going to study. And we believe that if you look at these places and you look at the social and physical processes that unfold within space in these places, and you will understand the development of culture. We cover a lot in this class. In some ways, we cover the whole world in this class. So you need to keep up with it. There's a lot of reading. You need to read. You need to show up. You need to keep up and keep an open mind, because we're looking at culture. We're looking at how people see things differently and how people are different in many ways. This course gives you a lot to think about throughout your life. And my hope when you finish this course is that you will be a geographer for life. You will look at the world through a geographic lens. You will understand yourself and your place and how you view yourself and your identity and your culture within this larger world. And you will have a greater appreciation for the vast diversity of peoples that live on our planet.